Welcome in, everybody, as we are live. This is the Undefeated Sports Talk Show. We are here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Tomorrow night, we got Nebraska and Ohio State. May not be the greatest game. What do you guys think? May or may not be?
Nebraska by 35. Easy.
Yeah. Well, how's your guys' days been?
It was all right. It's kind of gloomy out here in Nebraska, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's been nice. Nice day. I'm glad it was Friday. TGIF.
True that.
On the weekend.
You guys ready for this nice and long discussion we have going on today?
Oh, yes. Let's get it started.
Yeah, we have lots to cover today. We are giving you our takeaways from NFL Week 5. College football predictions are today. We give you our predictions for NFL Week 6. We're going to briefly touch on the Ezekiel Elliott situation now that he has been suspended the 6 games again. He has a chance to appeal. Who knows if they will. We'll briefly touch on that. And then we're also going to talk more about the NBA and opening night because that is actually just coming this Tuesday. Not many people are talking about it. But first, let's start off with our takeaways from the game last night. Panthers played the Eagles. The Panthers are at home. The Eagles pulled off the close win, 28-23. What do we think about that?
It was a pretty good comeback from Carolina because Eagles had a decent little lead and Carolina fought back. And I didn't get to see parts of it, but all in all, I thought it was a pretty good game by Carolina because they've actually been down, and Eagles is a top team, one of the top teams right now. So I think Carolina did fairly well against them.
Yeah, I thought Panthers were better than that, but I think I think the Eagles, man, they're a team. They're a team this year. They're some serious. Carson Wentz threw for 3 touchdowns.
I keep telling you, Carson Wentz is better than Dak Prescott. He's better than Dak Prescott.
I don't know. This season, I'll give you that. He's better this season.
This season and all last season.
I don't think he was better than him last season, but this season he's definitely proven why he deserves to be in amongst the QB talks this year. He's a great game. It was a great game for the Eagles altogether.
Throughout all last night, I had a hard time looking away from the television because how good this game was. But let me just be one of the guys that says you got to watch out for the Eagles this year. They are serious. They right now are looking like the best team in the NFC because Atlanta Falcons, they had a rough loss against the Buffalo Bills, who we know just lost to the Bengals. So they're not – I mean, right now, that AFC – with the Patriots division, you have the Jets tied up for first place. Did not see that coming.
First time ever.
And that's the thing why I don't put the Falcons up there. So Eagles, I really like. And if you're the Panthers, you lose Luke Kuechly again. Yep. Another concussion, his 3rd in 2 years. He might be retiring soon.
Yeah, I think he should look into retiring because CTE really gets NFL players, and you with the Aaron Hernandez thing, and they were trying to say he has CTE, that's why he went crazy. So it seems like if you have CTE or too many concussions, it is definitely not good for you. You should look to early retirement, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Kuechly goes crazy on the field. He's already getting it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's sad to say, but if he gets another one after this one, I mean, they say once you get up to like 7, I know like within like soccer, for instance, they pretty much suggest you need to be done because you're rattling the brain too much.
When people are actually starting to notice that the Panthers defense has really started to step up, and then all of a sudden you have this injury. But to me, when I look at the Panthers, I specifically look at this offense. Yeah. This offense is horrible. You can't – their running backs – their biggest run yesterday was 4 yards. That's awful. Cam Newton is the only one with rushing TDs this season.
I know, isn't that terrible? Because let me tell you something. I'm gonna let you guys in on something. Yesterday, which I never come to you and concurred with you about it, but some guy on my ESPN fantasy app wanted to trade me McCaffrey for Amari Cooper. And I was like, nope, because if Amari comes out of his shell and Crabtree goes downhill, well, guess what? It's going to be all Amari. Yeah. Time's coming. And Derek, I heard, is coming back this weekend possibly.
Yes, Derek Carr is, yeah. But it's unbelievable. Cam Newton has all their rushing touchdowns. I feel bad for anybody who picked up a running back from the Panthers on fantasy football. These running backs are absolutely horrible. Newton's having to do all this work. But then if you look at the Eagles, that offense is absolutely good. Alshon Jeffrey is one of the top 5 wide receivers we have in today's league.
Yeah, and then you got Aguilar. I think he's a rookie this year. Like, who would have thought he would have done any good?
Mm-hmm.
But, man, Carson Wentz found him a bunch last night.
Yeah, and if we look at the injuries on the Eagles, they had so many. They had Lane Johnson, their best offensive lineman, was out. Ronald Darby's been out, the guy that they traded for.
Yeah. Well, Fletcher Cox came back last night, so that was probably
if you bring back Fletcher, that's your man right there.
That dude's a bad man.
A lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it amazes me how well Carson Wentz is playing because everybody likes to talk about the sophomore slumps. Carson Wentz, I did not see it at all. He had a 110 passer rating last night.
Yeah, they're talking about sophomore slump, man. He's a junior, I guess, because he's good.
I think a lot of people underestimate his athletic ability.
Yeah,
Carson can run. And funny thing is, me and Mario were speaking about this play at one time. He went to go scramble. He took a safety head on, tried to truck him. He did not succeed, but he's one of the quarterbacks you'd like to have on your team. That's for sure.
Who would have thought a guy from a quarterback from North Dakota State would be freaking 5-1 right now?
Yeah, to be honest, the Eagles have separated themselves in the NFC East. Cowboys.
Eagles honestly have came a long way in the last 2 years, especially with Chip Kelly. Great, good idea getting him out of there.
Well, who's the other one that I'm thinking of right now from Toledo?
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, you got Kareem Hunt from Toledo.
Yeah, rookies, man.
What is up with it? You know what? That's the schools to go play for.
It's little schools. Like the big schools, yes, they have obviously the dominant players, but the little schools is where the real talent's at. Like the long-term talent, it seems like.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our NFL Week 5 takeaways. We had plenty of impressive teams that showed up and a lot of disappointing teams as well on the other hand. First of all, let's start out with our impressive teams. I will be the first to quickly say the Chiefs impressed me. A lot of people have the Texans winning, including myself. I thought Texans could pull it off at home.
I didn't know. I had the Chiefs.
And yet Chiefs pulled out an 8-point win. I feel bad for Texans. J.J. Watt's injured.
Right.
Again, done for the season. But the real story here is Alex Smith. 324 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. He's in the MVP race right now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think Alex Smith has kicked it in gear. He definitely wants to keep a starting job as a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's playing lights out. He's playing like before he got injured at the 49ers. Man, he's doing great. And also Kareem Hunt had a great game too. Freaking 29 carries, 107 yards on the ground.
Yeah, he hasn't had a game yet this season under 100.
I know. I hope my Steelers can stop him, but the way their defense is, he'll probably get 200.
Another team I noticed that was very impressive was the Jaguars.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
I know you're a Steelers fan, but if you can pick off Big Ben 5 different times and you are that young, do you guys know how young the Jaguars defense is? Jaguars defense averages the age of 24 to 26. That is a very young Jaguars defense. They are talented. They are fast. They are something that people need to watch out for in the coming years. And then Fournette, I'm calling it right now. I think he wins Rookie of the Year. Fournette has the size. He's tough.
He's going for that.
Yeah. He had 181 yards and 2 touchdowns against Steelers.
Now, wait a minute.
I know Steelers.
You're leaving out one guy, which we just talked about.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
No, I'm also talking about Kareem Hunt. He's the other one. So you got 3 of them basically in that running.
The thing is with Fournette, though, is the Jaguars were absolutely horrible last season. Now they're actually decent. I mean, I give the most credit to the defense.
Yeah, I would say their defense is lights out.
Yeah.
Not unless you play my Titans. You're not lights out, you get smacked.
Right now, I mean, wouldn't you think that those are probably the top 3 right now that you hear of that are rookies?
Yeah. Well, Deshaun Watson's good, obviously, because he's a quarterback. But
yeah. And if he keeps it up, he's going to get it because he's quarterback.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's the most obvious choice because he's a quarterback. But I'd like to go with Fournette because even at the beginning of the season, I downgraded Fournette. Right. We all did.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to. I saw him preseason, he got smacked, so I didn't think he was going to have a good season at all. Yeah. But he formed into the NFL pretty nice so far, from what I can see.
No, I think so. Mario, how about that Philadelphia game last week? Yeah, totally demolished the Cardinals.
Yeah,
I told you guys that. Yeah. Cardinals, I told you, Carson Palmer is not good away from home. Cardinals, without David Johnson, who are the Cardinals?
Yeah, well, At least Cardinals are getting AP, so they should have a little bit of help take the workload off Carson Palmer.
Yeah, well, and you know what? I think if Carson would get better this year with his passing, that Brown's a pretty good receiver.
Yeah, John Brown.
Yeah,
I agree.
So I don't know.
Another team I'd like to quickly touch on because this one makes me laugh: the Green Bay Packers. Oh, I knew it. I knew this would happen once again to the Cowboys. How in the heck do you leave 1:13 minutes on the clock for the bad man and Aaron Rodgers? How do you do it? Why? If the ball is in his hands at the end of the game, he's going to win the game.
That's a dumb mistake by the defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator on the Cowboys' part.
And I don't know if you guys heard the press conference after what he said. They called the same exact play 2 plays in a row. First one, he scrambled, which we saw, which he got to the 12. Second one, what does he do? Pass a touchdown to Devontae Adams.
Yeah. If he's got Jordy, Devontae, and Randall all out there, I mean.
And if we think about it, Packers' only loss this season is Atlanta Falcons and is at Atlanta.
Yeah.
So Packers. And
that's when Atlanta was really healthy too.
Mm-hmm.
So
did not have anything.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know what that was a dumb move by Cowboys. Yeah, the only way you beat the Green Bay Packers is give Aaron Rodgers the ball at 12 seconds left, maybe.
Yeah, he can throw a 60-yard Hail Mary, so you gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, and Dallas is another story. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Disappointing teams. Let's move on to that real quick. My first team is my Tennessee Titans. I get it; they're without Marcus Mariota, but seriously, you have to win the football game if you're playing Jay Cutler.
Yeah, they made Jay Cutler look decent out there.
Well, not
mediocre quarterback out there.
He still had below 100 passing yards, so I wouldn't say mediocre. He still looked like the
Chicago Bear that he was.
Yeah. Thing is with Titans, if you're without Mariota, Matt Castle cannot carry this.
No,
we've seen Matt Castle at Kansas City Chiefs. He cannot win a dang football game.
My takeaway from this is, I believe that McCassell will be gone next year. I think that Tennessee's going to grab another second backup quarterback because Castle can't get the job done. Neither can their third string. And I'm sure he's benched, and you never hear of him.
Well, it used to be Alex Tanney. Now it's Brandon Whedon, who we know went 1-11.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. One of them they're going to get rid of. They're going to bring up another one to come next year because they're going to have to. Well, Mariota, when he gets hurt, he's down for a while.
Yeah, but I feel like I understand why they don't really get like good players for backups because obviously usually the starters are healthy and they don't get injured a lot, so they don't get a lot of PT.
Well, maybe they can grab I don't know. Maybe they can grab this guy from Nebraska.
Yeah. My disappointing team would honestly probably have to be the Giants. I know they're 0-5 now, but I'd probably have to say, I mean, losing to the Chargers at home, wow. And in the close game, everybody knows Chargers lose close games. And
go ahead.
And that now they lost 3 of their starters, wide receivers. Giants are definitely going downhill.
Yeah, let me be honest with you, their season's over.
Yeah, I'll give them what I've heard what the analysts say. 1-11.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think they're going to get a win.
Yeah, you have no locker room. You go to the locker room, that offensive locker room is empty. No more Odell Beckham. No more Brandon Marshall. Shepard right now is injured.
And then your main defensive player, they suspended.
And Dominique Rockmari suspended because he walks off the field in the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And so
They said that there's been several of them that have done that already.
This team is completely falling apart, and it has led to bad things. And then, honestly, who's next to be injured? Eli Manning, because that offensive line is horrible.
No, he'll probably walk off.
Yeah, I feel very bad for Giants fans this season. It's just a horrible season. Just if you have Giants jerseys, anything, just return them, get your money back. Just start like in the NFL as a whole.
Honestly, if you're the Giants, you start tanking now. You pull what the NBA does, and you start tanking. You're 1-15, and then you go grab Luke Falk or Sam Darnold.
Honestly, I think the Cleveland Browns will get a win before the Giants. I'm not even joking.
That's who they should end up playing is Cleveland. That way they stand a chance. Well, you know what? Be honest with you, Cleveland, Jets, Bills. I know Jets are coming along fairly good. Bills are starting to step it up a little bit. Got rid of the old coach, but. Still, one of those 3 teams, maybe Giants could get one win, but they're down.
Honestly, I don't think the Giants can beat the Jets.
Yeah,
I don't think they could.
I honestly seriously regret saying that the Giants are going to win the NFC East at the beginning of the season because, oh man, they're ranked 31st out of 32 NFL teams.
That's horrible.
It's seriously horrible when you're expected to win the NFC East this year.
When was it? In 2012, 2013, they won the championship?
2011, I believe.
Does that sound right? Well, still, you're that close, and that's how poor your team is now.
Yes, getting rid of Tom Coughlin, I guess that was a horrible mistake for them.
Oh, Ben McAdoo needs to go.
Oh, he's horrible.
He needs to go.
He's horrible.
I bet the Jaguars are happy they got again Tom Coughlin.
Yeah. Oh, I would be too.
Yeah. Speaking of another disappointing team, is I'm hitting on your Steelers right now.
Yeah.
Big Ben. Motivation's gone.
Oh, God.
You throw 5 interceptions to the Jags. I'm sorry. 5 interceptions to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who nobody even thinks about. You get smacked around by them. You get blown out. And let me say this one more time before you speak. What did I say in week 1? Who's showing up in the Steelers? Nobody but that man, Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
The only guy to show up. He had another over 150-yard receiving game against Jags. Where's everybody else?
Well,
go ahead.
Well, I gotta say this. I gotta agree with you, Stephen A. If you don't want to play, you talk about retirement already to the team. Go home. Give us another quarterback.
Oh, Josh Dobbs.
Well, hey, we've already talked about him. You give him some playing time on the side, just like Watson coming in with a quarterback I've never even heard of.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, why? What was Mike? What was Mike thinking? Not even 5 picks and not even giving Josh Dobbs a chance.
I don't know. And the thing is, I have nothing against Steelers defense right now because besides their run defense, the run defense is ranked 28th right now in football, but their pass defense is ranked second or first. I can't remember. I did look that up earlier. You can't ask for more. You cannot ask for more from this team who is not looking so good on defense coming into the year, and then they're playing great, and then this offense.
Yeah, the offense is just horrible.
That's
and their offense, I mean, think about it. Look at all the guys they got on receiving. Then your running back, and even their backup running back is decent.
I think Big Ben's just getting old.
Yeah,
that's what
he said he wanted to retire. He's already in retirement mode.
I think he's brought bad attitude within the locker room. Well, if you go out on the field and you're demotivated, you're not going to win.
Yeah,
you're not going to win.
I agree. Any other disappointing or impressive teams you guys thought about?
Yes, U.S. soccer coach's man resigned. Yes.
I think it's like, I don't know. It's not really good or bad for this team because it's the Ravens beating the Raiders. I think Ravens deserve a win finally after having a horrible couple of weeks, and then Raiders are just struggling without Derek Carr, so I guess it's really it's good for the Ravens, bad for the Raiders. So.
Yeah, see, I mean, I would have put that, but since Raiders without Derek Carr, I didn't. Anytime you're without Derek Carr, you're gonna lose.
And he's coming back, fellas, this weekend.
He is.
From what I understand, there's a possibility he's coming back, and you know what? Raiders will be coming back.
Yeah, I don't know if Marshawn Lynch can stop making rap songs.
Yeah,
they'll come back.
Yeah. I think he just wanted to come back so he could get money to pursue his rap career.
I guess. I don't know, but that Raiders offense has not been the offense we know.
They just had one good game, and then that was it. They just teased the NFL real quick.
They had to quickly beat my Titans week 1, and that was it.
Can you imagine what the owner's thinking about too? And he just now gave Derek Carr all that money. He's thinking, man, I just give you all that money. You go out and get injured.
That's what happens.
Line, though.
Yeah,
that honestly tends to what happens. You get paid a lot of money, and then you get injured.
Because seriously, do you ever see Carson Wentz getting hit? That dude barely gets hit. Besides, if he wants to go try to trick somebody.
Yeah.
Now
you know something that I got to agree with now that we're talking about that is I was just not thinking of Matt Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
He just got a big lofty raise, and they said, well, should he be making as much as or more than Tom Brady, more than Aaron Rodgers, more than Drew Brees? Well, now he's proven it. That, I should be making as much, if not more.
The only reason, the thing with his contract when I look at Matt Stafford is I do not think he should be making as much because he doesn't even have a playoff win. But then again, I think he should be making as much because this dude gets hit the most out of any quarterback I've ever seen. He gets right back up. Right now he's dealing with a slight injury, but I think he deserves it to some point. But I think, honestly, basically if you're a quarterback in the NFL, your contract comes up, guess what? You're about to become the next highest paid quarterback, unless you're a Deshaun Kaiser or Joe Flacco was.
You know, with the people that they've gained, with some of the guys that they've gained on defense and offense, such as Amir and so forth like that, imagine if they would have kept, or imagine if Megatron would have stayed.
Oh, I think Megatron tried to come back to the Raiders, but
that was just like, I feel like that was just a breaking the internet or something. I don't think that was that serious.
Well, you never know because Raiders are projected to win the Super Bowl. Now,
well, did you hear about the?
Make a playoff.
They were talking the other day. I think it was yesterday about how they said there's only one, the best wide receiver in football, which everybody knows. I mean, they pinpoint pretty much. They were having a discussion on Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, and Antonio Brown. Well, they were comparing Julio Jones to Megatron because they're both tall. They can reach for that ball. And right now, they're saying it isn't Antonio or Odell because Odell got hurt. They're saying it's Julio.
I mean, definitely hardest cover. It's definitely Julio.
No,
but if you want to run it, if you want a wide receiver that brings you the most money, it's Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
If you want speed, it's obviously Antonio. So. All right, well, we are going to move on to college football and our predictions for this weekend's games. Let's just go ahead and get this started. So here we go. Game of the weekend, the Texas Longhorns meet halfway with the Oklahoma Sooners in Dallas for the Red River Showdown. I think Texas wins this. I think they win it, not by a lot. But here's why. Honestly, this game is going to be decided between two things to me. It's going to be how well is that Oklahoma offensive line going to do against that Texas defensive pass rush, and then how can we contain Baker Mayfield? But I believe Texas has the second best defense in the Big 12 behind TCU because TCU is obviously ranked fourth in the nation right now, and they deserve it. They've been winning impressive games. But then on this Texas defense, you have a guy like Deshaun Elliott. He just won the midseason All-American Defensive Player of the Year award with 5 interceptions in 4 games. Absolutely impressive. You have a Malik Jefferson. He's been as good as what everybody actually expects him to be. You have a Malcolm Roach. He's just as a dynamic linebacker. And then you have a Holton Hill and a Chris Boyd in coverage. I think they can keep up with any Oklahoma wideout possible. And then if you look at Texas offense, you have Sam Eilinger. If we start Eilinger, he is a tough running quarterback. He scrambles when he needs to, and then he's very smart when making decisions on the offense. In 3 games, Sam Eilinger has 900 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. And he's the second leading rusher on Texas already, only playing in 3 games. Also, one last thing, I do not think Oklahoma can contain that 6'6" monster Colin Johnson.
Right. Now, the only takeaway that I take on that, I would have to agree with you somewhat. This is going to be a close game, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a close game. There isn't going to be a running away by either team. The only takeaway with Oklahoma beating Texas is Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Because Texas beats them everywhere else, in my opinion, on receiving. Defense, I think they're getting ahead of them pretty easily.
Oklahoma's defense has been the worst in the last 2 weeks.
Now, yes. And then their running game, of course. The only thing that hurts them is who's the better QB. Well, Baker Mayfield's definitely the better QB because early it just not came in. Give him another year, this guy's going to be stellar. But it's going to be a close game. I'd probably give Texas probably by 7 to 10 points.
I actually agree with you both too. I think Texas is gonna win this one by, honestly, I think by 3, not by too much, only because Oklahoma did come off a loss, but I feel like they're going to be hungry for a win. But Texas is coming off 2 wins, I think, and so they're pretty hyped up for this one. And it's probably, to me, their second biggest game of the season. So, and it's a rivalry, so it's always pretty good. And Texas, for some reason, when the odds are stacked against them, play really good. So I really feel like Texas is going to have a good Texas is going to have a really good chance of pulling this one off. But honestly, I feel like
that's all I'm worried about is quarterbacks.
Yeah.
If Baker comes up playing strong because of his stupid loss against Iowa State, then Texas is going to be in trouble. It depends on how well they prepared this week.
I think Malik Jefferson just got to get in his head, or the whole Texas defense or something.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Texas coverage is pretty decent. So,
yeah, you got to hand it to
right.
Herman. They come about, I think.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about Texas defense that can honestly kill them is their coverage, the secondary coverage. Like, they always leave gaps open, and Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback when it comes to throwing the deep ball.
You know what? You're exactly right. Yeah, Texas has got kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, even though they're my team, Arkansas, their coverage is almost like Arkansas. They stand back. They don't get close enough on coverage.
Yeah,
you let Baker have that, you're done. That's the thing, is I'm just looking at the quarterback perspective. Now, if they can stop him and get to him, then Texas will win.
Yeah.
However, if you're Texas, you have won 6 of the last 9, and we have been underdogs a majority of those.
Yeah.
We win every single one. My eyes, I see Texas winning 34-27. Obviously, a close game by 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, to me, this is not an upset.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Oklahoma.
Not for either.
I honestly think Texas is a better all-around football team than Oklahoma. Oklahoma just has the better quarterback.
Yeah, so I'd probably have to say 24-27 Texas. Got it. But, yeah. But I really do think Texas has a great chance of winning this. I'm pretty excited to watch the game.
All right. Leon, you got anything?
Need some tissues?
All right. Obviously, tomorrow night we got Nebraska. They're hosting Ohio State. I will be there watching it live. Not sure how much of a game this is going to be, unfortunately. Ohio State, this is obviously – come on. Get serious. This is obviously a game not many Nebraska people are looking forward to, especially after what we just witnessed last week with Wisconsin. That running back, 250 rushing yards, and we thought the Wisconsin running back was good.
There's your man.
There's your man. Ohio State's running backs are better than Wisconsin's. You have Mike Weber and J.K. Dobbins.
I do give him that. But let me go back on this real quick. I think Wisconsin's defense has got Ohio State's beat this year.
Maybe because they're more veteran.
Yeah, if they are.
Come on, guys, we're live.
Go ahead, Mario.
What do you think, Mario?
Honestly, I don't think it's going to be a game at all for Nebraska.
Nebraska pull the upset.
Yeah, right. I think.
That's going to be horrible. Do you know how fast that stadium's going to start clearing? Watch. I guarantee.
It will.
I think people will probably be leaving by third quarter.
by
third quarter. I think Nebraska will probably score about 10 points, maybe.
I'm gonna give Ohio State 3 interceptions.
This game's probably right now. Right now, this game's looking like it's gonna be played in the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we do not know what the weather does. Nobody knows what Mother Nature's going to do. Honestly, if it's going to be played in rain, Tanner Lee could be throwing more interceptions than touchdowns.
Oh, God. As usual.
But then again, JT Barrett, he doesn't play good in the rain either.
But luckily, we have running backs to rely on when it gets raining and JT Barrett's not doing good.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably fumble because
honestly, for Nebraska to keep this game close,
I'm going to be honest with you. Put Vaseline on the ball.
For Nebraska to keep this game close, they're going to need to limit their turnovers, which is very hard for them to do. And then you got to keep Ohio State off the field as much as possible.
Okay. Well, Tyler, we won't spend time on this. This game is too easy for Ohio State. Too easy. Without a doubt.
You heard it from him, not me.
All right, without a doubt. I mark my word. Mario, what do you think?
I don't think it's going to be a game at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got Ohio State 52-17. It's in the range, so that's why I'm giving Nebraska 17.
All right.
Okay, fine. You thought that game was not going to be a close game. This game's going to be even worse. Arkansas travels to Alabama.
Oh, I think Arkansas's got them beat. Okay. This is my take on it. Usually every year, Arkansas starts out good with them, holds them up to the half. Okay, unlike every other game, I mean, just like every game that they do play, they hold teams to the half. Well, you can't do that with Alabama after the half and just give up, because then they're going to score another 42 points just in one half on you. So my take on that, I think the score is going to be somewhat like Ohio State's and Nebraska, because Nick Saban has never, ever come after my team in a brutal way to where he destroys them.
I don't see it this year. Nick Saban is literally coming out this year to prove something. Let me give you a quick statistic. Arkansas has a 2% chance to win this football game. That's the most lopsided statistic of all this weekend.
Wouldn't this be awesome, though? Right now we're watching a game live here, too, and Clemson's getting beat because the quarterback got injured. Wouldn't that be something if Clemson and Alabama both went down from lower scale teams? Wouldn't that be funny?
Yes.
But I'm just saying. I mean, I'm dreaming.
Syracuse might be a better football team than Arkansas.
So yeah, they might be. I don't know.
Honestly, Arkansas seriously not looked like themselves this year.
Yeah. No.
I thought they were supposed to have a tough running game. Their leading rusher only has 274 yards. That's basically what Sam Eilinger has as a Texas quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's horrible. They got 3 good running backs, and they just can't get nothing going.
Yeah, and that defense is
horrible.
It's just like you said, absolutely horrible. And then they have one wide receiver that's showing up every week, Jonathan Nance. And then Allen right now is getting killed in the backfield. Would you want to get hit by an Alabama defense?
Right now he's slightly injured. Bill was saying that he's going to go ahead and give him a chance at it and a go at it to see what he could do. But in my opinion, I think they're going to put in the backup QB.
I would.
Which this backup QB is just like the old 18-wheeler from Texas.
He probably take and run. Better.
Yes, he's a big man.
Honestly, I wouldn't risk it against Alabama because a slight injury could turn into something serious against Alabama, especially since Arkansas.
So where's the thought of Bielema?
And this is just like I said with Nebraska, for Arkansas to even keep this close, they have to have a good running game, and they have to keep Alabama's offense off that field as much as possible. That's exactly what Texas A&M did. Kept them off the field, kept it an 8-point game, and that was the final score. But honestly, this game I did not see it getting close. Arkansas gets blown out 56-14.
That sounds a good, reasonable score. I can go with that. I mean, I'd like to see closer, but I could go with that.
I think at half it'll be 14-0. I think they'll contain them in the first half enough.
Nope.
And then they're going to run away. Yeah, they usually contain teams in the first half, and then after the first half, it's like they go in the locker room and maybe, I don't know, get with their Teletubbies, and then they go back out. I don't know what they do.
And honestly, really, this weekend has not been that good. Obviously, we had to talk about Ohio State, Nebraska, because we're here in Nebraska. We obviously know who's going to win that.
Right.
We had to talk about Arkansas, Alabama, because he's an Arkansas fan, so we always touch on Arkansas. But obviously, we know who's going to win that. Texas, Oklahoma game's obvious. That's the game of the weekend. But then there's only really 2 other good games that really people want to pay attention to. That is TCU. They travel to Kansas State. And remember, Kansas State has the 3rd best defense in the Big 12. TCU is obviously first. Honestly, I was kind of juggling this one around, but in the end, I'm going with TCU. They have the best defense. Kenny Hill is very hard to contain. And me and Mario were watching Kansas State versus Texas last week, and Kansas State was having a hard time containing Sam Eilinger. Yeah. Imagine trying to contain Kenny Hill.
Yeah, that dude's super shifty and great awareness.
Yeah, TCU is going to get them at least a good by. My guess would be by 21.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 touchdowns. I think that's a reasonable thing. Like Kansas, I know it's at Kansas State, but
and people don't look at TCU's running back, Darius Anderson.
Yeah,
you got to watch out for him. And that defense, they're going to shut down either. I don't know who's playing out of Kansas State, Delton or Jesse Ertz, but honestly, they might win big in Manhattan.
Yeah,
I
if they play Delton, actually, might actually get a couple runs. That dude can run.
TCU's defense is better at stopping the run.
Oh.
You got, especially running quarterbacks. I have TCU 35-21, winning by 14 because they're playing Kansas State, so I'm giving respect to Kansas State there. But yeah, TCU ultimately wins.
And you know what? This is the other game. It's the other game that I like to talk about.
What I'm about to say.
Yeah, the Auburn LSU because
Auburn
Auburn
host to the show.
Auburn. This is deal. Auburn is just like the Philadelphia Eagles. They're just stellar. They keep on marching on. They're both 5-1. Auburn is going to, in my opinion, is not going to rest easy on LSU. I think Auburn is going to beat them.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. LSU's fell off the map this year, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened to them.
They just went downhill. It seems like colleges have colleges just have a pattern. If you fire your head coach, you're going to have a bad season immediately after that. Or if you fire anybody from your staff, just keep them the same, let them get through that slump. Otherwise, you're going to be due bad.
Right.
And LSU is a perfect example of why you should not fire your head coach off of impulse or anything.
Oh yeah, and he still had a winning record.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Nebraska.
Go ahead.
Pelini, just fire him, then bring on somebody that ain't doing near what he could do.
Let me give you my take on this Auburn LSU game. Do y'all remember LSU 2 weeks ago? They played at home. Who did they play? They played a team by the name of Troy. And they lost at home. LSU is horrible at home. Even with that big crowd, they have one of the biggest stadiums in college football. I think this stadium gets silenced. Auburn runs up the score on them. Honestly, Auburn to me has the second best defense, if not the best defense in the SEC. Everybody likes to talk about Bama. You have to look at Auburn every single year. That Auburn-Alabama game at the end of the season is going to be one of the best games of the year. So, go ahead.
The only thing that's for SEC teams, they always get overshadowed by Bama. So every other team, they're just slowly creeping up the scale, but only team that's really talked about is Bama. So it's it gives other teams a chance to kind of get good without anybody really knowing.
Yeah, and that's why suggestion of certain teams should get out of there, because in the SEC, they always say, oh, the only good team in the SEC is Alabama. It's because they always win. They beat everybody. It doesn't matter. Clemson did get lucky and beat them last year. Yeah, they have a good quarterback, but also Scarborough got hurt. He was putting on some moves on Clemson last year. He got hurt. Well, the other thing is, look, you're overthrowing Georgia, Auburn. Come on. These guys are two of the top teams, and Auburn does it every year they're in there, just like what you were saying.
Like I keep saying, Auburn's only loss was to Clemson.
Yeah.
And it was at Clemson. So,
and in their big house in Bryant.
Yeah, so I honestly, you cannot write off Auburn. They still obviously have – if they beat Bama at the end of the season, Auburn obviously, to me, makes the playoffs. And this Kerryon Johnson as their running back, he has 12 touchdowns this year already. So if you're LSU, you have to slow him down. And I honestly, if I'm LSU, I am asking for Darius Guys to show up. Honestly, we all came into this thinking he'd be amazing. He only has 364 rushing yards.
And see, I don't get that, because last year when Fournette was injured, he'd get in there and run the ball without a problem. It's got to be coaching.
Yeah, no, I honestly think it's the morale of the team, because
morale.
If you constantly lose day in and out, and if you lose a horrible loss like Troy at home, that just sends you straight to the bottom, and it's they're not doing good. The organization doesn't know what's going on there. It's just a mess down. It's just a mess down there. So
yeah, and I don't know. I had Auburn winning 42-14.
Yeah, I got Auburn.
That's a good score.
So okay, I'm gonna take a quick little step away. No, don't keeps live. I gotta take a quick little step away break. We'll just okay. Give me one more second here, guys.
That's why this game in the background's entertaining.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's kick this back off with Heisman talk. This last Heisman rankings, obviously, now that we have not seen the college football games, we know every single stat. We know what everybody's about, and we do not know that there will be any shifts right now since we have not seen the games. The rankings are Saquon Barkley 1, Bryce Love is 2, Baker Mayfield 3, Luke Falk is 4, Rashad Penny jumped back up in there at number 5. What's your guys' thoughts? Because honestly, I have a lot of thoughts on this. So
I like to throw in one person. Maybe I'll think of another one, but they got talking about it last weekend when they played Wisconsin's running back. I'd give him within the top 10. He's inching closer to getting toward the top 5.
Honestly, I'd probably put Royce Freeman in there too.
Yeah,
he's out. I mean, he gets overlooked obviously because of Bryce Love and all that, but I feel like he deserves to have a spot at least 6, like on the question for 5.
Yeah, because just in case one of these guys
slips up or something,
yeah.
San Diego State's running back, he's good, but I just don't think it's fair because San Diego State doesn't play anybody.
Yeah,
but,
although Rashad Penny though he's putting up obviously very impressive stats, but to me this top 5 is absolutely perfect. It is the absolute right rankings. The only change I would make is maybe put Penny at 6 and Mason Rudolph right now is 9th. That to me that makes me mad, to be honest, because I think he's a better quarterback than a 9th best player in the country. So I'd put him at 5. But let me tell you something. Barkley at 1, I think this is going to continue throughout the entire season. Saquon Barkley is by far separated himself from everybody else. He is NFL talent. He is the best running back in college football. He has the size. He has the toughness. And he has the mentality.
Yeah, unless he gets injured.
He has 649 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. And right now, Penn State's a playoff team. As long as they can stay in the top 4, Saquon Barkley is going to stay number 1. We know that. And then if you also look at his receiving yards, he has 395 receiving yards. So that's just telling you he has both qualities as a running back.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at Bryce Love, here's why I absolutely love these rankings. Bryce Love is ranked 2nd right now. And I love this because, yes, he plays in the Pac-12. I know you like to say Pac-12 is not strong. I know you sometimes say it. But you cannot tell me you do not like a running back that can run 1,240 yards and has 9 touchdowns. Tell me that's something easy to do against any team.
See, that's hard to do. That's pretty impressive. But put him in the SEC, put him in the Big 10, even put him in the Big 12. He's not doing that. He's probably doing half those numbers, and definitely in the SEC he's doing half those numbers. Big 10 probably get about 500-600.
Same difference.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, the thing is,
if he's not in that conference, that's what I go. How I feel like players should be ranked is conference, schedule, and obviously opponents. That's how I feel like they should be ranked. So, I'm not knocking his talent, because that's super impressive to get 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Yeah,
seriously, everybody, when people saw Christian McCaffrey leave, everybody immediately thought, oh, Stanford's done. But then here comes this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I feel like. I feel like if Pac-12 had harder opponents in their conference, because really all Pac-12 is to me is Washington State this year, Oregon, and Stanford. That's all that is to me. That's those are the main 4 teams.
Utah.
And you remember Washington was in that playoffs basically last year. They got up in there, but then they ran into Bama. See,
that's why.
And then when you run into someone like that, they put up a good fight. But when you run into someone like Bama from the SEC, you're done. And even if they would have played like even Auburn, if they would have been up there, I guarantee you Auburn would have beat them last year.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, not yet, because Georgia's working up. But Georgia, oh, yeah, that's another team.
Well, and then I look at the 3rd place. You got Baker Mayfield. I think even though with that loss to Iowa State, he's still deserving of it because he still had a big game. And he doesn't have much to work with in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
He has 1,600 passing yards or 15 touchdowns and no interceptions. what more can you ask for out of that? So he deserves that. Luke Falk, in my eyes, he's everything you need in an NFL quarterback right now. You want a guy who's patient in the pocket, who makes smart decisions, and every time I watch this kid, he is that. He has 2,000 passing yards and 19 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions.
That's good.
He's as good as you get in the college football. And then I know you like Rashad Penny. I think he's overlooked, and here's why. It's the competition.
Yeah.
It is the competition.
See, and that's the thing. I would throw in someone like Wisconsin's running back Taylor over him just because who Wisconsin plays.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like Royce Freeman should be in the talk of with at least on the borderline of 5.
Yeah.
Because like Oregon plays to me.
But Oregon's not ranked.
But still,
if you're not ranked, you have to have standout stats like Rashad Penny, who's getting over 150 to 200 yards.
We're also forgetting about another guy that I've heard that's been putting up good numbers, and that's Chubb. He's been doing decent.
Yeah, he has, but then you have Sonny Michel on Georgia, who's backup, who's putting up just as good as numbers. So it's like they're the same player. But the thing is, with Rashad Penny, he's so elusive. The thing is, you play at San Diego State, so we saw 2 years ago we had a San Diego State running back in the race. Obviously not.
They're not going to win. It's going to come from one of these big teams, whether it be Penn or
seriously,
Oklahoma.
Because that's the thing with San Diego State. You play teams like UNLV, Ohio State smashes, Hawaii, who's that? San Jose State, Texas shutout. So that's the thing with him. But then I want to give a quick shout out to Jarvis Redwine. You told me at the beginning of the season who is the best defensive player. You said Ed Oliver out of Houston. He is ranked 7th in Heisman right now. I don't know what about it, but Jarvis knows his picks. He knows what he's talking about because when I was thinking of a guy out of Houston, I was like, okay, Houston. Tom Herman's left. Todd Orlando left. I don't see anybody out of Houston. But this Ed Oliver, he has 27 total tackles so far throughout the season and 2 forced fumbles.
Jeez.
He deserves to be 7th. It's honestly outstanding what he's been doing.
Especially coming out of Houston.
Yes.
You know what? And that surprises me of why he didn't follow Herman to Texas.
It's because you want to stay in your hometown.
Well, that too.
Well, and also he probably wouldn't have got to play either. So
yeah, that probably.
Yeah.
So, that would have sucked.
But here's why I still like Mason Rudolph at my 5. I made a mistake. I said he was 9th. He's actually 10th now, so he's at the very, very bottom of all this because they only put 10 players at each listing. But you cannot tell me he's played 1 game less than Luke Falk. Luke Falk had 2,000 passing yards. Mm-hmm. Mason Rudolph, 1,900 passing yards. He has 16 touchdown passes, 3 less touchdown passes than Luke Falk, and only 2 more interceptions than Luke Falk. How? How is he not even in the top 5?
I think because they go off of, besides discluding Baker Mayfield, I think they go off of Big 12 defense. There's not really defense. The best defenses are in the Big 12 are really Texas, Kansas State, and TCU. So
that's their only loss was TCU.
They face a good defense. That's what happens. You face a good defense. That's when you your true colors show. Like I keep saying, I feel like it should only go off toughness of schedule. Like you're not a good team if you can't beat good defenses.
All right.
But that's still pretty impressive though, all his stats. But I think they should go off it because Big 12's not really known for defense, so anybody can put up those numbers if there's not a good defense.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know.
Let's move on.
I'm still rolling with my boy Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I agree. I think Mason should be up there higher. My opinion, Baker's no better. I don't know what it is. Oklahoma State got ripped off last year when they're headed for the championship too. They got ripped off from it, and they should have had a touchdown. Well, it seems like Oklahoma State gets screwed on about everything anyway. Mm-hmm. And the same is happening to their quarterback. Their quarterback is really good. He's got good receivers to throw to, but yet he's not even getting a good ranking anymore. They dropped him real quick.
Yeah. So I don't know. Honestly, at this point in the game, how the rankings are going, and because the rankings do not matter, I'm putting Tanner Lee.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I think after he throws about 17 against Ohio State tomorrow.
One guy you do have to watch out for, I believe he's ranked 8th right now, is JT Barrett. He is ranked 8th in Heisman, and he keeps improving. So I think you're going to have to watch that. He's obviously going to have a big game tomorrow because, well, then again, maybe not. And the Nebraska defense has stepped up lately, but you never know. Let's move on back to the NFL. The Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Seriously, how about them? Because now the court has now reappealed the injunction of Ezekiel Elliott, so now he can be suspended 6 games again. If he does not appeal, he is suspended the 6 games. And here's the 6 games that they got to play. They got to go to 49ers. Okay, obviously that's not bad. They travel to Washington, the Redskins.
Loss.
Okay, so then they host the Chiefs.
Loss.
All right.
Loss.
Then they travel to Atlanta.
Loss.
Okay.
Loss.
Then they host the Eagles.
Loss.
Wow. And then they host the Chargers. Okay, that can be a win.
Chargers can win.
On the fence, honestly, no joke.
So let me be honest with you guys. If the Cowboys are without Ezekiel Elliott, they easily go 2-4. Easily 2-4. I have them being the 49ers and Chargers.
Well, honestly, like even though Ezekiel Elliott's a huge help, he hasn't been doing like you said earlier.
Darren.
He hasn't been doing that good either.
He hasn't been good, but I mean,
Darren hasn't really got to play. So get him in there. I think Darren
now,
might
if
be
you
okay.
are now, if your teams now you're really defending against basically Dak Prescott. You don't really have to worry about the run game as much as you do with Ezekiel Elliott. So now you're loading up for the pass, and Dak Prescott's really been the only outstanding Cowboy this year.
Yeah, Irvin's getting too old to stand up to the corners. And Witten.
Yeah.
I think, I don't think Darren McFadden's really going to help if Ezekiel Elliott does get suspended for those 6 games. But
and we saw what the Packers did. He leads high. The Cowboys' defense is not good.
Yeah,
it's not good.
I don't think he's going to beat this suspension. Goodell's got it.
No, I think
he's right by the rules according to the court.
If you're Ezekiel, just serve it. Serve it, get it over with.
Yeah, because the NFLs are going to keep changing their mind.
Yeah.
Then you definitely. I mean, they're not making playoffs this year, but you definitely want to be good before postseason.
Oh yeah.
Postseason.
Yeah.
You want to talk playoffs? You want to talk playoffs?
Hey,
Cowboys are not even making the postseason.
You never know. You never know, man. Miracles can happen.
And I was just like you, what you were talking about with your Giants. You had Giants way up there winning that division. Well, I had them even making wild card.
Yeah.
If Ezekiel gets put out, I don't know.
I got Washington making wild card.
Oh, there you go.
Redskins.
There you go. If I had to go between the two, I'd take the Redskins. Cousins is doing well this year.
Yeah, and people are sleeping on that defense.
Yep.
I'm not. I said Redskins are going to be good this year. I said it first. I said the Redskins were going to be good. Yes, only because of the players. And I said Kirk Cousins is a pretty decent quarterback this year.
Right.
Only this year. I don't think they're going to be good.
Get out of that franchise tag deal.
Yeah, if he can get out of that,
if you're Washington, give him the money.
Maybe this is what'll happen because I think he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's had always all these decent players like Reed and so forth. If Ben goes home, he gets out of that tag and he's like, come on over.
What they're actually saying is Jacksonville Jaguars is a very good possibility of him landing there.
Honestly, that'd be a great fit. Like, I mean, just think.
I would not want to see it, but but they're saying Jacksonville because with Tom Coughlin and the hierarchy of their
situation. I hope not. I'd rather see him go to
Steelers. I've actually heard there's actually talk of Aaron Rodgers saying he wants to go to the New Orleans Saints. So
yeah, come on, man. we already know the Saints are going to be done after this year when Drew Brees leaves.
Hey, Saints are making wild card though.
You know what?
You hear it, folks. Here first, folks. Saints are making playoffs this year.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Wild card.
If Breeze does not, the only way that Breeze will not leave, in my opinion, is if that coach goes. I want that coach to go.
I mean, Sean Payton, he hasn't been very smart in many years. But
no, I don't think so.
Saints has just had horrible luck with coaching over the years, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's end it there because we got plenty of more football talk. NFL predictions for this week. Week 6 in the NFL. Let's start out with the noon games, the very first ones. Dolphins travel to Atlanta. Jay Cutler and that horrid offense.
Definitely
goes
Falcons.
to Atlanta.
Definitely Falcons.
I mean, to me, I don't even have to say anything because I got Atlanta big. Atlanta very big.
Yeah, we're just wasting time again. No, we got Atlanta.
You got to be thinking that. You were thinking about the Dolphins coming.
Oh no.
Packers travel to Vikings. This is gonna be a good divisional showdown.
Packers.
They got it. They got to play. Vikings are going. Case Keenum. Bradford is out. Same with Quandre Diggs. He's out too.
Yes.
Or I mean, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I'm probably gonna go with Packers now.
Yeah, I like Packers.
Yeah, and you know what? Their momentum's gaining. So here comes the Packers.
Yeah, I think Rodgers is too good.
Yes.
Rodgers too good. Lions travel to Saints.
This
is get you going.
Honestly, I'm saying Saints.
The latest report has been Matt Stafford's probably going to play most of the game. He might not finish the game depending on what the outcome. But the Lions is always kept close. So Matt Stafford's
Mario's going with Saints. I'm going to go with Lions.
But I honestly think the only reason why I'm going with Saints is because Saints defense in the last couple of weeks has stepped up a whole lot. Their offense is clicking. They finally found the back that actually leads the team. Drew Brees is looking better than he has over the years, and I just really think they're on a high horse right now, and it's a home game too. So
here's my thought. My thought is Matt Stafford plays, the Lions win. Matt Stafford does not, the Lions lose. Because obviously the Lions just got torched by the Carolina Panthers, who just got torched by the Eagles defense. So honestly, if Matt Stafford plays, I like Lions, but Saints that Saints offense it's good. Obviously, it's always going to be good with Drew Brees there. Patriots, they travel to Jets. Who you guys got? Tom Brady might not be playing.
I think he's going to, by the way they're talking, and Gronk is back. He's coming back in.
I'm not worried.
And I think he's going to have that fever going on. I'm giving it to Patriots.
Hurting his back again.
I'm going with Patriots.
That's the last ranked defense.
Honestly, that's a tough one. I'm really liking how the Jets are looking right now, and it's always close between the Jets and Patriots over the years too. Well, kinda. So I'm honestly probably going to give those to the Jets, but barely.
Come on, dog.
I would
He's ruining my upset pick.
I would love to see Jets get it, but I don't know. Patriots are Patriots.
I like the Jets to pull this off. For one, they're at home. For one, they have all the momentum in the world after everybody thinks they're going to be horrible, and the Patriots have the worst defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Jets and Josh McCown.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I did not think the Jets would be tied with the Patriots at the top of their division. 49ers travel to Redskins.
I got to go with that too. Redskins.
Yeah, I like Washington. I think they honestly win big. 49ers, they are nothing away from home, and Cousins is playing well. Bears at Ravens.
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Bears.
Honestly, I know the Ravens just beat the Raiders, but I'm honestly going to have to go Bears.
Come on, dude. Stop picking the same teams as me.
I'm sorry, man. Bears, Mitchell Trubisky started. He looked really good against the Vikings, even though they lost. I really think the Bears are going to pull this one off.
I like the Bears as well. I think Trubisky gets his first win. The Ravens, to me, they're just an up-and-down team. I think this is a down game. I think
they're on their comeback. I really do.
Bears?
No.
Ravens? That sucks for your Steelers, then.
Well, yeah, it does. But
Browns at Texans.
Texans.
Browns get their first win at the Texans?
No, Texans.
No.
Yeah, there was a question.
I think Watson's going to be the best quarterback this week because of this game.
You watch ESPN too. I'm a big part of it. Oh, no. You watch it, but there's a question that will Deshaun Watson have another 5-touchdown game? There's only been one quarterback that's ever done it. Will he have that has 3 in a row? Will Watson have 3 in a row, 5 touchdowns?
Honestly, it could. The Browns defense is not very good. Once again, it's I think it's ranked last or second to last. So
it's not that bad. I mean, they picked up Big Ben 3 times.
Browns,
yeah. I don't know. I think the Texans win. Deshaun Watson gets that 5 touchdowns, becomes the second quarterback ever. They blow out the Browns, who the Browns defense right now, ever since that Steelers game, they have looked lost. Although Myles Garrett was impressive his first game. 2 sacks. First game in the NFL. Bucks at Cardinals. This is the hardest decision for me.
That is a very difficult game to pick. Even if Bucks are going to Cardinals, I'm going to take the Bucks. I think Jameis is going to come out strong.
See, I'm actually going to go with Cardinals on this one. I think Carson Wentz, or my bad, Carson Palmer just for this game snaps into gear, connects with Larry, connects with John Brown.
And they make 88-yard touchdown.
Adrian Peterson has a good game. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be close though. But I'm really thinking the Cardinals are going to pull this one off. They're going to shock the NFL.
I said this was a hard decision, but since the addition with Adrian Peterson, I like the Cardinals. The Bucks, to me, I picked them to win their division over the Falcons, over the Panthers.
Over the Saints.
Honestly, the Bucks have just looked average to me. They have not looked good. And guess who Mike Evans has to go up against? The bad man and Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson shut down every single wide receiver who's gone down.
Yes, Peterson is like the best cornerback.
So I like the Cardinals in this game. Rams at Jaguars.
Honestly, if you would ask me that last year,
I'm going Rams.
That wouldn't have been a game at all. But this is about to be a really interesting game.
Going Jaguars defense or Rams offense? That's pretty much the question.
Honestly,
I'm going Rams.
I got to go with Rams too. I think Todd Gurley.
Yeah,
Todd Gurley and Jared Goff are looking amazing.
This is gonna make you laugh, but guess what? I'll go with the Rams.
Why?
Jaguars play at home.
Oh,
you know when they play at home, they're horrible.
Yeah,
they are not good when they play at home. And I think. Oh yeah, by the way, Jaguars rushing defense ranked 29th.
Oh,
Todd Gurley has a big game. If you have him on fantasy, you must start this guy. Steelers at Chiefs. We're going to this. Me and Leon. Whoops, I said that back. Me and Leon are going to the Chiefs and Steelers game. Supposed to be the most sold-out game since 2010. Steelers are finally back in town. It's going to be loud. It's actually going to be nice weather. Last time I was in Kansas City, it was -20 out. It was cold, ice on the seats.
Coldest ever, I believe.
Yeah, coldest ever. It was absolutely – it was miserable, but yet we were front row. My Titans got a win. Game win field goals last season. This season, we're going to see a Steelers. Who got it?
I really, I'm going dressed up with my Steelers gear, everything else, sitting up there in them stands, praying for the Steelers to win. But way things been going and their motivation been going and so forth amongst that team with the flag and then Ben Roethlisberger and so forth. I really do think the Chiefs are going to pull it off. I've even got them in my ESPN fantasy pulling it off. I'd love to see my Steelers get them at home and break their undefeated record, but I also like the Chiefs too.
Okay.
So
I agree with you. The Chiefs or the Steelers haven't been there all together over this week. The past couple of weeks, tough losses. Big Ben Morale's gone, so I think Chiefs keep rolling.
Same problem with the Jags. Steelers ranked 28th against the run. Guess who you're playing? Kareem Hunt, best running back in NFL right now. And if you thought Big Ben threw 5 interceptions against the Jaguars defense,
imagine what'll happen to this team. I'll tell you what, if he throws anywhere near Peters, that's it.
Peters' most hated guy.
Oh yeah, but man, that guy's a beast.
Oh, yeah,
imagine if they would still have what's his name, Chiefs.
Yeah, Eric Berry.
Yeah, Eric Berry. Nobody be catching a ball.
It's. I don't know. I still think Antonio Brown has a big game.
Yeah, I honestly think it's going to be one of them games that's going to be very close. I don't know who's going to get it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, we don't want to run away.
Chargers travel to Raiders. I don't really like this game.
Guys, I'm going to go with the Raiders because Derek is more than likely going to be back.
Need to win this. To
and
back in the playoff
this is where I think Amari Cooper is coming back. It's just the fact that he needs Derek. He's been having him around when he's around to use him.
If Derek Carr's back, I'm going with Raiders. But if Derek Carr's not back,
he's back.
Okay. But if for some reason he just changes his mind,
yeah.
If he changes his mind, I'm honestly gonna say can't think of their name for some reason. Chargers pull it off.
Yep.
Yeah, I go with the Raiders. Honestly, Carr's back. I think Raiders find themselves on offense. And right now, Chargers are seriously struggling to find themselves. They have one win, and obviously their talent on their team is their talent's outstanding. Tyrell Williams,
Melvin
Gordon, Phillip Rivers, their defense, Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa. You have to win football games if you're the Chargers.
Yeah, Yeah, and you got Bosa, in my opinion, is one of the top defenders in the NFL. Easily. That guy is a beast.
Yeah.
And then you have, like you were talking about, running back-wise. Oh,
Melvin
yeah.
Gordon, yeah.
Melvin, how long are you going to stay with this team? Get out if they can't get it together.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon's easily one of the best backs in the league right now, and he's just wasting his talent, basically.
You know, Gurley was for a year or two until they got rid of Fisher, and now look at him. The coach lets him go, and he's
honestly, it might just be the head coach at Chargers, but
Anthony Lynn is a dog. He is a dog. Anthony Lynn, he just got there. It's on his fan base. You can't fill up a 24,000 seat stadium, and then. I don't even know. The thing is with Chargers, you have no answer for him because with all this talent, how are you not winning a football game?
Honestly, it was a super move going to LA. Like no one wants.
I think they should go back to San Diego.
They have to basically if they want to get the fan base back and just get things.
Yeah, they don't have it because the original teams have got the fan base. Now, once LA gets out of their Raiders, that is, once they get out of there. A lot of the fan base is still going to go to Vegas because it's not that far away. So maybe they can grab some other fan base. I don't know, but
right now the USC Trojans are seriously the only team that LA actually cares about in football. Well, even the Rams are as impressive as the Rams are. They can't even get a big crowd. So that's I don't know. LA is just a bad.
That's like Texas high school football.
It pretty much is.
Pro
it's
and
pretty
college.
much is. If you're Los Angeles, you might as well just keep the NBA with your LA Lakers and your LA Clippers, and that's it. Next game, Sunday Night Football, Giants at Broncos.
Man, I feel bad for the Giants.
This is going to be ugly.
Yeah,
obviously
Broncos going to destroy them. That's going to be a bad game. You got your top defender that's not in that game.
Yep, no
because he's suspended. Yes, and then he's top notch. He always has been. And you're going to suspend him over something stupid?
Yeah.
And then you got your three best wide receivers injured.
Yeah.
2 of them out for season. And then you're going against a really good defense. It's not going to look pretty for the
and you're playing Mile High.
Yeah, honestly.
Mile High's not easy to play in. Broncos win big.
Mm-hmm. Monday
Night Football. If Mariota does not play, this game's going to be very boring. No one's going to care about it because Andrew Luck is out and then Mariota's out. This game's horrible. Mariota does play. It'll actually be interesting. People want to see how good they are. So Colts play at the Titans Monday night. Who you got?
If Mariota plays,
Titans playing at Colts.
No, Colts at Titans.
Colts at Titans.
We do not know yet. Mariota's playing. He had mobility today in practice. That's what they were looking for. If he could run out of the pocket, he did have it. But you know how easy it is to re-injure a hamstring.
Yeah, they were kind of questioning on that. I honestly, Luck's not playing either. Now, if Mariota doesn't play, this is one of them games again. Mariota doesn't play, they could be in trouble because Colts have not been too bad.
I'll take Jacoby Brissett any day over Matt Castle.
That's what I'm saying. If Mariota isn't in it, they could end up beating the Titans.
I agree. But if Mariota's there, then I'm definitely going with Titans.
Yeah. If Mariota plays, I think Titans win easily. If Mariota does not play, even though I like Jacoby Brissett, I still think Titans edge it out just barely because Matt Castle now has a game under his belt, a real life game, and could you imagine Sue running after you? That's not
well,
fun.
You know what really gets me because me and Tyler Morrow, we seen him in person last year. This guy come out of Alabama, big running back,
and you're thinking, in the league.
Oh yeah, and you're thinking, this dude. I mean, he should be a freight train. I'm telling you, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's huge, and you're thinking, how come this guy isn't getting the yards that he should compared to like even Gurley? Yeah, Gurley's got moves in that, but Henry's so big, man, he can truck half the line,
Yeah.
So it's like
he's really only had one big game, and that was against Jaguars.
Well, Murray outdoes he easily, and it's like Murray's smaller than he is.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we all got Titans if Mariota. If not, we're split. Moving on. We're still going to stick with the NFL real quick. We're going to briefly touch on this. Roger Goodell just sent out a letter to all the NFL owners, basically telling them, hey, we're going to be having a meeting next week. about the Anthem protest and what we want to do with it. Basically, what do you guys really think is going to be said, or what do you think the consensus is going to be at the end of this meeting with the Anthem protest?
Oh, they're gonna force them to stand. It was you should was in the rules. You should was in the rules. Now it's going to be you will stand. It's going to pass. There's no doubt in my mind, and they're going to have to. Now, what Jerry Jones did in the very beginning with having them kneel in the last game with the Dallas Cowboys, that's with the Cardinals when they played them.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I thought that was a neat deal how they did that. Kneel before we get your protest down and what you want to, against racial, whatever. But when it comes to the national anthem and so forth, you stand, do what you need to do, make the fans happy. Because the thing is, if you don't, you're going to lose that fan base. You're going to lose money. And then guess what, players? You're going to lose your money.
Because that's why the NFL is finally doing this.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're losing money.
Yeah, because you're going to end up losing money. So why not? And the players will lose money. Then they're going to say, well, this makes us even want to go and strike even more.
Mario, before you speak, to me, to be honest with you, this entire story has been lost.
Yes.
Now it's just kneeling because we do not like our president. That's the entire story now. And really, it all started out with police brutality at Colin Kaepernick. But then again, he went around about some bad ways of expressing that to the Castro shirt in Miami and the police pig socks. So that was bad. It's just been lost. What I think is actually going to happen, though, is I think the NFL is going to require players to stand, which I'm not. I mean, it's going to be bad for my Titans. Because Rashard Matthews came out and said on Twitter if he's required to stand, he's going to quit.
He's going to quit.
I don't know if that's really true, but I think they're going to require him to stand. And if you do not want to stand for the anthem, I believe the NFL is going to come to consensus with these players. Is if you not want to stand, you must stay inside the locker room and sit. So basically.
But according to this, they're saying that they got to be outside the locker room.
The thing is. This is a whole nother rule they're gonna have to make.
Yeah. See, I feel like I actually do think it's a good idea for like the business aspect of the NFL to have them stand because most of America wants them to stand, and then but like for the other aspect of the protesting part, I feel like it kind of sucks because it's like you're being forced to stop protesting when you have a freedom of speech or. Like it's basically taking away your First Amendment. But then again, it is your job to go out there and play. So I don't know. I mean, if I was a player, honestly, I wouldn't care. I'd just stand.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm making millions. I don't really get affected with the everyday life. But like I know, like they're trying to voice their opinions and stuff. But at the end of the day,
the thing is. Okay, so we all watch ESPN. We all do. And we listen to shows. And what gets me about this is we kill these players for kneeling. We kill these players for raising their fists, for sitting in the locker room. But yeah, I hear that we hear nothing said about Marshawn Lynch. He's done it his entire career. He has not once stood for the national anthem. It was 3 years ago, still not standing. He's sitting on the bench. Last Sunday, what does Marshawn Lynch do during the national anthem?
He's eating a banana.
Eating a banana on the cooler. Does no one care about Marshawn Lynch?
And nobody said anything about it.
Is it just because it's Marshawn Lynch?
I feel like people are afraid of him, man. I don't know. Like,
so, I don't.
You know what? And I heard about that today. They were talking about that today on ESPN. And I was thinking, it's got to be some type of thing with Colin Kaepernick.
It has
from where
to be.
He's from, his foreign national, whatever he's from. Maybe that's what it is because Marshawn's from
because
here.
Because
so I'm thinking.
To be honest, kneeling is not being disrespectful to the flag. There's nothing bad about that. But eating a banana, seriously, why the national anthem's
well,
going.
Maybe he was hungry.
He got a cramp. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't get why it's offensive if you don't stand up. Like, because you're still listening. You're not. like, honestly, they're not talking. They're not yelling or anything to the national anthem. They're just sitting there quietly. Or, like, kneeling there quietly or whatever they're doing.
You know, it would have almost been nice if Colin Kaepernick never even kneeled, to be honest, because this has been talked about it's been past a year now. And now this is going to start going into the MLB. Derek Jeter said the Marlins can kneel if they want, because now he's the owner of the Marlins. And then now it could be going into the NBA. It's just, this is ridiculous.
Actually, there was a thing Kobe Bryant said if he was still in the NBA today, he would kneel.
Honestly, I'm just going to be glad. I'm sure you guys are going to be glad once his final statement gets out. That way we can get back to football.
But I feel like, but more to the social aspect, like they're not doing, like people think they're kneeling for attention and all that. Like they're just kneeling to get the point across, like for like social injustice.
No, people like to think that they're kneeling against the military, and in reality, who's the guy who told Colin Kaepernick to kneel? Nate Boyer, a former Army veteran. Green Beret.
Mm-hmm. With kneeling, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, you shouldn't be sitting or laying down on the ground. You know, you take a kneel. At least you're kneeling toward the flag, saying, you know, I respect you. But yeah, I'm protesting because of this stupid stuff that goes on against us. I agree with him, but you know, I don't know. It's a hard debate. It's hard to think.
It's a hard.
For me, I was in the military, so I would recommend them to stand. But I can understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Do it then, not during the next.
I've always stuck to my word. I say we just need to stand and
get on with it.
And get on with it. And really, your voice is the strongest part of your body.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. What they do earlier this year, they were in New York City or whatever, and they went down by the Capitol or whatever, and they were doing some protests for Kaepernick. That's a good idea.
It's just the most irritating thing when you see Colin Kaepernick or I can't remember. There's some defensive back that was just on Fox Sports talking, and he feels like he got kicked off the team for kneeling. Yet these two get kicked off the team, and then Marshawn Lynch has been doing this for years. It
also honestly could be their skill level too, but
it's not.
They're not getting players.
If he can eat a banana by the time the anthem's done,
but yeah, I mean, like honestly, it's not like they're like.
But it's been going on for years of Marshawn Lynch. No one said.
Because he sits around and eats his Skittles.
Yeah, and then as soon as Colin Kaepernick kneels, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? That's not right.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm wondering if it has something to do because I thought about it today. Is it about his foreign nationality compared to Marshawn Lynch? You know, he's an African American, but he's here.
Honestly, it could be because I mean, that would be disrespectful to let them in the country, and then they don't respect it. But
yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
At the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick's one that needs to come out and talk.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the NBA. Opening night is Tuesday. I don't know about you guys, but it puts a smile on my face because this NBA season is one of the most looked forward to NBA seasons in a long time.
I'm super excited. It's so much crazy
stuff. Yeah,
happening.
The excitement for it compared to football.
NBA is almost overtaking NFL.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it did after this season, especially.
Yeah. The only superstar team that we will not be talking about is Thunder because they play the Phoenix Suns. We already know what's going to happen.
Suns by 20.
But Celtics go to the Cavs. We also know what happened. The trade, Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder for Kyrie Irving.
And they're saying that LeBron's going to sit, but I don't think so.
No, I think he's going to be healthy by then.
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to play. He's going to play somewhat a bit of the game and so forth just to where he can pretty much show up Kyrie.
He dunks on Kyrie.
Yeah, I feel like there's no way LeBron's missing a season opener.
Yeah. I think the Cavaliers win this game. Even if LeBron does not play, Cavaliers still win this game because they're at home and they have a lot of talent.
In this preseason, I guess Derrick Rose has been hitting the outsides.
He just had a nasty crossover today too. So, it'll be
D-Rose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, as the season progresses, these guys are only going to get more and more playtime with each other. So,
well, yeah, I know. Like Stephen A. said, the only thing wrong with Derrick Rose right now is he needs to fix his
that hairdo. Oh. He looks horrible.
Yeah, he said Stephen A. said he needs to fix that hairdo.
Same night, just later, right after game I'm actually wanting to watch that I probably will watch. I'll be up late. Rockets travel to the Warriors. I'm a big Rockets fan. Not Rockets. I'm a big James Harden fan. Who you got? They're traveling to one of the hardest places. They're traveling to, in my opinion, the hardest place to play in the NBA.
I think season opener. I say Rockets got it.
Oh,
Houston. Here, this is Warriors going to Rockets.
No.
Rockets traveling to Warriors.
I gotta go with the Warriors.
I like Warriors. To me,
just because of the crowd.
The crowd, but to me, Rockets, Chris Paul, James Harden, first game together, going against a Warriors team that's already all been together for a full year.
And you got two full benches compared to your one bench. So I think it'd be complicated for them to beat it. Now, if they were going to Houston, that'd be a good match.
A little absurd, but then again, Houston's crowd doesn't show up for their basketball team.
Yeah.
76ers, people talk about the process. Travel to Washington. They play the Wizards.
Washington. Yeah. Oh, our boy off Washington's going to handle
John Wall.
Yeah. And who is it? It's Embiid.
Embiid for 76ers?
Yeah. He isn't probably even going to play.
He's always injured, but I think Wizards are going to take it. But I think it's actually going to be a pretty decent game to watch, honestly.
Yeah, it'd be decent, but
I don't mean to bash the 76ers all the time, but what do you see when you look at this league? It is a point guard league. It is a small guard league. Whereas the 76ers keep drafting
big men,
giant men. You can't do it. You just can't. And
they got Markelle Fultz, but
he's injured right now. He can't play. And so when you look at these two teams, obviously John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wizards, I think, win easily, take down 76ers.
I actually heard the other day that 76ers has like the most drafted players that have been injured in their season. Like when they get drafted, they get injured. How does that happen?
And Joel Embiid just signed a giant contract. I can't remember the exact number.
I think it was like 145 or something.
Yeah, it's protected that. Unprotected that way. If he gets injured, they can quickly get out of the contract.
Yes.
Because honestly, he's getting injured again. He's another Greg Oden of the league.
Yeah.
Timberwolves travel to the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard's not playing.
Since Kawhi Leonard's not playing, I'm going to say Timberwolves get the edge just a little bit. Because
I really do think the same thing, Mario. They're going to rest him a little bit more, which I don't blame him. It's only the first game. I'd have to go with Timberwolves.
I like the Wolves as well. Without the Spurs, without Kawhi Leonard, the Spurs honestly are not good. They're not.
Yeah, and what's his name's got to get back in the rhythm too after getting injured with his leg.
Yeah, and I did say I did not like the Timberwolves because their chemistry is going to be iffy, but against the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard, I think they should still have no problem because that's still a lot of talent for the rest of the Spurs to handle.
And honestly, with the NBA, it honestly really doesn't matter to the second half of the season. So really, it's the first game of the season, so you can lose it. So it's good.
Go with the flow.
From NBA to MLB, our last topic of the day. MLB playoffs. I've been watching them a lot. I've been cheering for the underdogs. And one of the underdogs moved on. The New York Yankees, the baby boomers. They move on and play the Houston Astros.
You know what? That's going to be very, very close.
It is.
It's going to go through all the series.
7.
Yeah, it'll go through a 7-game series. All right, go ahead, Mario.
Honestly, I agree with you. I think it's going to be a tough series for the Yankees, but I honestly think they pull it off Game 7.
I like the Yankees as well. I don't know about you guys, but like I said, it's fun to cheer on the underdog. Didi Gregorius, what did he do Game 5 against the Indians? Crucial game, smacked 2 homers. Although, I need Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez to start hitting the dang ball.
Hit the ball.
Aaron Judge set the record for postseason most strikeouts already.
Jeez.
I don't know, but the thing is, when I look at the Yankees, they're coming into this game with the most momentum out of any baseball team. They're behind Joe Girardi, who made that huge mistake in Game 2, and he should have reviewed the play, and he didn't, and let the grand slam. Indians win Game 2.
He was all worried.
Yeah, that should have been just a Game 4 series. Yankees still won. Yankees bullpen, obviously one of the best in baseball. But to me, Astros are too much.
Okay.
I like the Astros.
That's what I was going to say. Even if you two are going to go with Yankees, I am going with the Astros. Their pitching is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen him just in one game against Texas Rangers, and it's like they're just playing around. They were beating them like 11-1. I'm like, really? I mean, what is going on here? I mean, yeah, they had one of their better pitchers in, but maybe Texas Rangers just ain't got enough good players. I don't keep up with it enough.
Astros didn't lose against the Yankees in the regular season.
So
I give the Yankees their momentum. So the Yankees pull out 2 wins. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'd be good. I'm gonna go with a full 7 series on that. I think it's gonna be good. Me and Mario both got a 7-game series on that. I think it'll go.
Yeah, I'm looking at Game 6 or Game 7, either one.
Yeah.
Cubs versus Dodgers. Beginning of the season, I said Cubs are making it back.
Dodgers.
Who you guys got?
I'm going Dodgers.
I'm going with Dodgers too.
I like the Cubs in this series. It goes long, probably last game again. Cubs offense, I think, is too much to handle. I think they have the best offense left in this postseason. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman, stepped up these last few games. I think if you can slow down Bellinger, the first baseman of the Dodgers, and I think if you can make Kershaw not look so good, I like the Cubs.
Well, my thought.
Dude, come on.
See, the only one. I think Dodgers because Cubs kind of struggled against the Nationals to me a little bit. So.
Nationals aren't a pushover too. Who Dodgers played? The Arizona Diamondbacks, the least ranked team to go into the playoffs.
Hey, playoff win.
I'm going back from the beginning of the season because I really do think that the Dodgers are going to come back with momentum. They have been coming back. They started to lose real big. Now they're starting to come back. I'm going to go with the Dodgers too. Tyler, you can stick with the Cubs. Cubs had it last year, and I just don't think that they're going to get it.
The thing is, Dodgers played a very weak Arizona Diamondbacks team in the playoffs. They quickly swept them, so they've had a long break. Cubs go to Game 5. They're in the momentum right now. They destroyed Max Scherzer, a top pitcher in MLB today at the Nationals.
Right.
This offense is too good. I believe to be the best, you got to beat the best, and Dodgers cannot beat the best.
I don't think Dodgers are losing at home, so I feel like they're going to get the win. I feel like they can win. I feel like the Dodgers can win.
Yeah, they do got a good home stadium. That's like one of the top ones, like the Lakers. The Dodgers are a big thing too. Now, let me ask you guys this then, Tyler, since we're basically to the end of this. Let me ask you this: what's you guys' prediction for the 2 teams in the World Series and who's going to win it?
I honestly feel like Dodgers versus Yankees.
I got Astros versus Yankees. And who do I think is going to win it? I think it's the Astros year. I want to go with the Cubs winning it, but Astros have also looked very impressive, so I think Astros win it this year.
I agree. I'm with you. I've got Astros and Dodgers, and I'm going with the Astros topping it off.
See, I got Astros and Dodgers too, but I got Dodgers. I'm not an LA fan, but they're just looking really good. They're just
the thing that questions me about the Dodgers is their bullpen. Besides Clayton Kershaw, they don't have no outstanding pitcher. So that's the thing that worries me about them.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't pitch 107 pitches, he's good. He's only hit strikeouts.
You know, it's funny. It's funny with Major League Baseball since their strike years ago. This is where most people like to keep up with it, and even maybe watch part of the game because it's just exciting when it comes to the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
it kind of in a way it kind of reminds you of basketball. Basketball's nice too to watch, but the main big time compared to even football. Between those 2 other sports, that's when people mainly like to watch. When it's playoffs, that's it.
Yeah, honestly, that's what everybody likes watching playoffs. I mean, I feel like the only sport that nobody still watches when it's playoffs is probably hockey. But other than that,
yeah. but what I'm talking about, as in all season long, I mean, people constantly keep up with football.
My Nashville Predators make it in hockey. Then
football. Yeah, Pittsburgh will probably make it. Okay.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Undefeated Sports Talk. Thank you for watching. We'll be back 2 weeks from now. All 3 of us right here on set will be on vacation in Austin, Texas to watch the Texas Longhorns take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. That's going to be fun. I did not know what's going to happen. I mean, real quick, predictions. What do you guys think is going to happen in that game on our vacation?
If Texas beats Oklahoma, I honestly think they can beat Oklahoma State.
I agree with you, Mario. That is going to be a tight game. I'm not going to weigh my options on that. It's just going to be a tight game. I'm not going to get who's going to win, who's going to lose, because Oklahoma State could be better than Oklahoma. Yeah. We do not necessarily know that now. Did Oklahoma State played a tougher team that they lost
TCU.
To? Yeah. Okay. They lost to a very good team. Who did Oklahoma lose to? I mean, give or take, this is going to be tight.
Yeah, I like Texas just because they play at home. Me and you went to the Baylor game. Everybody had Baylor like by what, 90%?
Yeah.
Baylor. We ended up pulling off upset. I think we pull off the upset again against Oklahoma State. A lot of people are going to be going to this game. I like Texas winning this, and our defense at home I think is a little bit better than away games.
And one more take on that, Tyler. This is the way I look at it too. Texas has got a good warm-up against Oklahoma. Whether they win or lose, they got a good warm-up going in. As long as no one gets injured, oh, man, this is going to do wonders for them against Oklahoma State.
Honestly, if Texas beats both teams, both Oklahoma teams, honestly.
They go to national championship?
No. Big 12. Might be in Dallas.
If they go Big 12 championship, you will see me in Dallas.
Me too.
All right, so once we return, though, we are obviously going to continue talking about college football week 9, 2 weeks from now, obviously, and then more NFL predictions. We'll also be live here on Facebook again. Be obviously posting the video on YouTube for YouTube subscribers to watch. Remember to follow us on our Facebook page at Undefeated Sports Talk Show and the Twitter page at Undefeated _M. Contact us for comments and questions on the Facebook page. That is preferred. That is what we look at the most. But all in all, it's a good show. All right.
Word, everyone, and pardon the dog.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you for watching.